And now's the time when things are shifting. There's gonna be a new world order out there. And we've got to lead it.
True international depression.
You are fake news.
I am not suicidal.
We'll circle back with you directly. If I can circle back, I'll circle back with you. Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Hello and welcome to episode 300 of the Jeffrey and Brian Show. I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Brian.
Just you guys drinking some beer, talking what's going on. We have that incident on the train to talk about that we didn't cover last week because it just didn't seem like it was going to be that big a deal, but it became a big deal. Obviously, the Charlie Kirk situation.
Your microphone sounds horrible right now.
That is most unfortunate. I do not know how to fix that right now.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of violence around the world too. But apparently LAPD is no longer providing security for Kamala.
She has to pay for her own private security?
Yeah, the union wrote a letter or whatever, and it was like a unanimous vote that they were upset and it was a waste of funds.
Well, it is.
Yeah. And that apparently was the end of that. Geez, I think they have another country to talk about sending Brago Garcia to.
Yeah, this is the one you talked about. You didn't know the name of it last month, and it's hilarious because all of a sudden there's 22 different countries that he can't go to because of persecution. He's worried about persecution.
Yeah. Dude, you're gonna get dumped in a shitty spot if you keep saying no to everyone.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This is a tiny African nation called Eswatini.
There you go. I remember last week I was like, "No, there's this new country now. I can't remember what it's. Some weird African nation."
Yeah, I've never heard of it, but yeah.
And apparently, the governor of Ohio is cracking down on crime following that viral video we all saw of the beatdown of that dude outside the nightclub. So I don't know, maybe something good will come out of this. What's going on in Virginia?
Nothing, apparently.
No, your school is up in like Loudoun County in Fairfax, I think it is. Had a lawsuit to keep the trend.
Oh yeah. And a judge shot it down, saying you can't keep your transgender bathroom.
Yeah, I mean this was passed down nationally, Hey, you guys had a sale.
We talked about this when it happened last year.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, because it sounded kind of familiar.
It was at the weapons station. They were doing boat drills, and somebody fell off the boat and died. And the third class or second class that was in charge of the boat pleaded guilty to second class, master at arms, pleaded guilty to dereliction of duty during a special court martial and making a false statement.
Oh, he's boned. He didn't do his job right, and someone died as a result, and then he tried to cover it up.
He was sentenced it was a plea deal, obviously, because he was sentenced only to 70 days in confinement in the brig in Chesapeake.
Yeah, is he getting demoted and let's stay in the service after that, or is he getting dishonorable?
I'm sure he's getting dishonorable.
That's worse than most people realize. Well, dishonorable means you can't do business with anyone who does business with the United States government. And it's like they're McDonald's and Burger King's on base. So you can't even work for McDonald's or Burger King. All right. Well, governor here is trying to increase energy production in West Virginia. He wants to increase by 50% by 2050. Coal.
Okay.
Bring back coal? Yeah, nothing different. Just pull more coal out of the ground. I'm like, all right. I guess making money while you can before something better does come along, And dude, we had a construction worker building a bridge out on Route 119. Fell off the bridge and got rushed to the hospital. It looks like he's going to be okay, but geez, fell off a bridge that was going over another expressway. So,
Yeah, we had I thought I shared it, but it didn't make it, because it was a busy week. But we had a shipyard worker at the Newport News shipyard that fell like 50 feet off the scaffolding.
ooh, did not survive that, did he?
As far as I know, he's still alive. He was life flighted to the hospital, was in
Oof,
very critical condition.
that's a long way to fall. And a construction like a shipyard, it's probably landing on something very hard,
Concrete.
Uh, so the dude that, or the woman that threatened to kill Trump,
Yeah.
has been released by a judge. This was several days ago. Um, I guess they have an ankle monitor, but I think this is what everyone's talking about, like this no cash bail thing. You're just letting everyone back out on the streets right away.
Right.
Uh, what bad could come from that, right?
Let's go to North Carolina.
Yep, yeah. Um,
He was on his 15th second chance.
exactly. And people are still telling us to sympathize with him. I'm like, dude just walked up, stabbed her in the throat, and kept on walking. And then Jasmine Crockett has the fucking balls to go out and say law enforcement's not supposed to prevent crime; it's supposed to react to crime. It's like, what kind of crazy shit are you talking? If these people were in prison for the crimes they committed, they wouldn't be able to do it again,
Yeah.
And this is something most people don't realize: is that small percentage of the population that commits most of the crime. It's the same people reoffending over and over again. It's not everybody stealing from everybody in New York. Get 300 people off the streets, you probably see almost no pickpockets left.
No.
But yeah, that woman there, North Carolina, Charlotte, she was a freaking Ukrainian war refugee.
Yeah, she was the only person of her ethnicity on the light rail.
Well, the train was mostly empty. Like, why did this dude just get up and kill her? And then apparently afterwards said, "Got that white girl" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to be sympathetic for these Ukrainian people or not? It's like she got stabbed in the neck, and I'm not supposed to feel bad for her.
Well, if you watch the video, nobody even got up to help her.
They probably didn't realize she was stabbed until the guy was already off the train.
Okay.
It's not going to spurt blood out right away unless you actually get like the artery. And I bet you she didn't even know she was stabbed right away. It probably just felt like a weird punch. But yeah, nobody's doing shit to help anybody. And if you do, you go to prison anyway. Daniel Penny almost went to prison in New York for that stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Apparently, the brother of this suspect was talking about it. Yeah, suspect. This video of this guy stabbing her. Was saying that this whole thing could have been avoided if he just hadn't been out in the public to do these crimes over and over again. Uh, it's kind of ridiculous. Exactly, though. Which mayor is this? Oh, geez, I opened up the Dallas beheading story, which that didn't make any news somehow. Uh, the Lyles, I don't know. Oh,
He's a
now,
Democrat.
yeah, city doesn't tell me where though. And of course, I got to pay to read the rest of this article a second or third time. That's always unfortunate. But yeah, dude, there was in Dallas, Texas, some dude freaking decapitated a dude. And there's like they know who the victim is now, I guess, and the suspect. He's being charged with all sorts of heinous crimes. But I don't know if we have a reason for the beheading. Dear God, you don't think it's religious, do you?
Who knows these days?
He was beheaded outside the building. Uh, it happened around 9:30 a.m. downtown Suites Motel, which is located just off Interstate 30 near and more fucking pop-up commercials. Yeah, like they don't know what's going on. They just like took a dude's head off.
Mm-hmm.
This is the kind of thing that usually makes national news because this is the kind of stuff you hear about in the United States, you know?
Yeah.
And it was just so overwhelmed between this stabbing here and the Charlie Kirk thing, which we'll get to in just a minute. You know what? This is interesting. The guy who started the hands up, don't shoot hoax
Yeah.
when Michael Brown was killed, when Michael Brown was reaching for the cop, the gun of the cop.
Yeah.
He has been gunned down while apparently breaking into someone's house or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't hear anybody gloating over this actually, and this made news. It was everywhere. I didn't see anyone like, oh, good for him. He got what he had coming. You know, live by the gun, die by the gun kind of thing. But then you look at Charlie, what just happened with Charlie Kirk. All you see is people talking a ton of shit all over the internet, and it's freaking crazy, dude. Sure, everybody who's listening to this knows that Charlie Kirk was shot and killed on Wednesday. Probably know as much as we do at this point, honestly, that apparently there were a whole bunch of markings or carvings on his shell casings
Yeah.
that, yeah, gave up his ideology. Kid's father called like the local pastor, turned him in. Well, yeah. But seeing the responses out there that I'm seeing, I'm just mind blown by some of the stuff that people are saying and intentionally misconstruing stuff as Charlie Kirk has said to make it sound like he was some kind of monster and had this coming.
Yeah.
Like,
It's pretty wild. Some of the things we're hearing about. I got a couple clips here
yeah, go ahead, get
from
ready.
the No Agenda show.
Yes, you do. You're gonna have to take over the there you go.
Yeah, I got it.
Charlie Kirk's family and to Charlie Kirk, who obviously has, become a target for somebody. I don't know whether it's political violence because I don't know who did it. I know they seem to have somebody in custody. But I will say that political violence, unfortunately, has been ratcheting up in this country. We saw the shootings.
What's that?
Was that Bongino?
No, it was some other. He's got his own organization, but he was in law enforcement in the past.
Okay.
That wasn't the one I really want to play. So. Oh yeah, here we go. This is a good one.
So I'm going to be very fucking clear about this so that you know exactly where I stand. And I will say this with my whole entire chest. There are some people on this app that are sitting there saying, oh, you shouldn't wish death upon any person, no matter what side they're on. Fuck that. Fuck that. Charlie Kirk was a fucking Nazi. He was a fucking Nazi. And you know what kind of Nazi is the best Nazi? A dead one. Thank God that shit stain of a person is no longer in this world, and may his hell be being confronted by every single marginalized person that he hurt.
It's not called that anymore.
That is what is fucking wrong with you. That does not make me a bad person for thinking that bad people should not be in this world. So fuck that Nazi and have a great day. So I'm gonna be very fucking.
What does she consider a Nazi?
Exactly. And I mean, he didn't, like, when he had his talks with people in all these universities and stuff like that, he didn't condemn people. He was trying to create a dialogue between people. He was having people ask him questions, and he was trying to get a debate going back and forth with the people and the students.
That's what gets me. Is you're seeing a lot of stuff exactly like that. I bet this woman has never once sat down and watched Charlie Kirk for more than 15 seconds at a time.
I wasn't a big follower of hers, but even Kathy knew who he was, and I saw the alert before she did because we were in a meeting today or on Wednesday when it happened, and she's like, "Oh my God, what the hell?" You know. He's got a 3-year-old and like a 10-month-old, only 31 years old, younger than both of us.
I mean, that's horrible enough, but the fact that the people cheering for it and
a lot of people have lost their jobs for cheering for it, you know, and even the we got it in here, but even the government for the U.S. came out and said, if you're a foreign national with a visa here and you are cheering this on, plan on your visa being revoked.
Yeah, you don't belong here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in here somewhere. The
And
friggin'
Trump
Marine
lowered the
Corps.
flags down to half-mast.
Yeah, I was wondering if you got around to that over at the VA or VFW. Sorry. But yeah, even a Marine got relieved of duty from the Pentagon, and like, I mean, I
You're
guess
not,
so. You're not
I don't
supposed to be.
know. Yeah, I mean, apparently maybe there's new rules in the military these days, but you weren't allowed to say anything about anything politics wise,
Correct.
before publicly.
Correct, because it wasn't any of your damn business.
Right.
Um, yeah, and they actually booted this guy out, and he's like, "Oh, wait a minute, what?" Lot of people fired. Lot of people. From the government to especially professors at universities. I've noticed they're the ones saying the most vile
Well,
things. You're
they
like,
think because
gee,
they got tenure, they don't have anything to worry about.
but these are the very people that the left have been talking about for years, radicalizing your kids, and like, oh, it's not happening. They're saying, go
Yes, it
ahead now, get
totally
Ben.
is happening.
Yeah, now go get Ben Shapiro next, is what they're saying. Are you fucking kidding me? And you're gonna trust these people to educate your children? This is exactly what Charlie Kirk was talking about. They go and
Yeah.
fucking, what did he do that hurt anybody? I keep hearing he hurt tens of thousands. His opinion, the thoughts in his head physically hurt people.
Right.
No, no, a fucking bullet flying at supersonic sound, supersonic speeds, that'll hurt somebody.
Yeah.
I've had enough. That dude Sean, I know on social media, had some stupid shit to say,
Bet.
and it's like, dude, you have no idea what you're talking about, and you're just gonna look like all these other fucking assholes. Look, even the Yankee Stadium had a moment of silence that day. Of course, the Congress had to get into a big fight about a prayer.
They want to try to do a moment of silence too, and the people were jeering it. They wanted nothing to do with a moment of silence.
Just make sure. And here's the problem: is what's the reaction going to be? Where do we go from here? Do you think we're going to see more people who don't pledge allegiance to the Democrat Party are going to be carrying weapons?
No, I mean, we're not coming up with ways to
Oh,
unify the country. I mean, you said it early on in the chats this week. You said this is the kind of thing that starts a revolution, basically.
the problem is any kind of civil conflict you see here in this country coming because something like exploding because of something like this isn't going to be an 1860s American Civil War.
Mm.
I know that's what everyone pictures. Enemy lines lining up and firing each other. No, it'll be people with fucking rifles picking off speakers or politicians. It'll be bombs going off. It'll be small gun fights on the street corner in the middle of the night.
Yeah,
That's how all of these wars happen in every country in the world except for the one we had because it was a unique situation about separation.
right.
And then all of the states' national guards were actually like fully functioning armies. So each state had their own army to bring to a conflict.
Right.
If this one thing I can see easily happening is we just stop seeing events like this, which is too bad because it's a great way to communicate with actual people, you know?
Yeah.
Uh, which I think that'll slow down for a little while until like the
Well, I mean, a lot of his followers have said we're not letting this stop us. We're gonna keep it going, in some form. I mean, do you think Turning Point USA is gonna disintegrate now that their founder's gone? Do you think
they
somebody else will step up and take the mantle?
I think they'll turn to any other uh political party system that's big in colleges. Like, you know what I mean? Like nothing I don't know. Without Charlie Kirk, you have to get a really charismatic character out there who really knows what he's talking about.
You don't think he was mentoring anybody for that?
Possibly, I don't know. I never met the guy, but I heard he's a great guy for everybody I ever
Oh yeah, I mean,
spoke.
I was listening to the Clay and Buck show as it was happening on Wednesday, or I was listening to the podcast after the fact. But I mean, they were pretty torn up. They were, didn't even really want to talk about it that much, and they definitely didn't announce his death until the next day. So, and even Bo Snerdley, who used to be the call screener for Rush, he's got his own 1 hour show in the afternoons. Um, he had to wait for like 4 or 5 different news sources to come out and actually say it. I think Trump actually posted on social media, Truth Social, before he even put it on the radio. So
That's where I got it was Trump, but I don't even have truth.
you don't need it.
Yeah, but like I said, a lot of professors and teachers in general. There's a school in Wachusett, Massachusetts. I think I might have mentioned it last week. With some kind of political things going on. The students not appreciating, like teachers telling them about their sex lives, basically. Like this isn't the place for that.
Yeah.
One of the teachers had some smart ass remarks about Charlie Kirk right away. Hold on. I got a picture saved of it, so I can.
Okay.
I think it's. Of course, it's gonna be like I don't watch Houston or something like that. Warheads on foreheads. I don't
We
even know
use
where I
that
saved it.
we
I guess
that
it
was a
doesn't.
thumbnail.
Huh?
Warheads on Thorheads was a thumbnail
Yeah,
back in the day. We've used that on the show for
I
title.
know. That's what I'm looking through. Is I saved it all into the same file. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't remember where I saved it, but I think it was 700 students didn't show up to school the next day. Uh, saying like this is we don't feel safe at school without teachers supporting political assassinations.
Okay. Well, I mean, we had several of the HBCU schools supposedly received death threats and shut down. Like Hampton University was closed yesterday and today because of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, but I doubt it actually happened. Honestly, I think that this is them trying to make themselves the victim here. Just like Black Lives Matter just came out and said we refuse to repeat this cycle. We're going to reject any kind of violent follow up from this. And it's like, what do you mean? It's like last time there were like riots like this that could have happened because of this, because of our death.
Right.
They supported and even funded the people involved in these riots, like actually raised money to bail people out of jail. And so did Kamala Harris.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they spent lots of money on that.
But now that a white dude got shot, they're like, oh no, we don't condone any kind of violence. It's like, what the fuck? Who cares what you guys have to say? All you did was you paid for the violence last time.
Right. It fit your narrative last time, so doesn't fit the narrative now, so. And even is Black Lives Matter even a movement anymore? I thought they pretty much went under when they bought 5,000 houses across the nation.
Yeah, the name still exists though. Like
Okay.
there's still people attached to it. They just don't have the money they used to because it all got taken by the government. Yeah. Check this out. Chris Pratt. Um, people have been calling for him to get fired from the Marvel team
Mm-hmm.
because he's prayed for Charlie Kirk's death. Like he prayed like for the family and everything. And they said that he's a monster and he's gonna get fired from Marvel. And the article
Didn't that show get shut? Didn't they cancel the comic book or they canceled something Marvel?
they canceled one of them, but that was something stupid that
Okay.
was a comic book and it was one issue and Charlie Kirk said something about it and they shut it down.
Okay.
No, he's like one of the I don't know Marvel superheroes. I can't remember what they're called or who he was. Uh he was one of the little raccoon guy. But anyway, they're saying he should get fired from this, and the article even brought up how he was not, excuse me, president the fundraiser for Joe Biden running for president. And it's like the guy's just like a down home Christian kind of dude.
Mm-hmm.
And they're saying he should lose his job over this. Meanwhile, the people that are actually saying, yeah, it's a good thing someone died. That's bad enough. But wanting the guy who was like, oh, that's terrible. Wanting him fired? What's the matter with these people, huh?
I think we got to find a way to get rid of the rhetoric. And I mean, I couldn't find the clip that they played on the No Agenda show, but they had a clip on early on in the show where they played all these Democrats talking about, killing people and civil disobedience and stuff like that from Congress. Nancy Pelosi said some of this shit.
Oh, Barack Obama said, yell at your neighbors. And if they bring a knife, we bring a gun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maxine Waters told you to get out there and get in people's faces and tell them they're not welcome here.
Yeah, restaurants in D.C.
Yeah, and like you said, they're even saying like actually be physically violent now. Then they're shocked when something like this happens. It's like, and not even shocked that it happened, but they're blaming Charlie Kirk himself for this.
Right. They got to blame themselves. I mean, they're the ones that they've increased the tensions by saying things like this, I mean, of course they're going to claim free speech, but is it really free speech?
To an extent. But when you know you're actively getting people to get violent and then you just keep pushing it,
and you're in a position of authority too. You are a member of the Senate or a member of Congress. You got to have some responsibilities to like be above the fray a little bit.
Well, especially when they're saying things like, choose your words very carefully. Well, maybe you should do that yourself.
Yeah, practice what you preach.
Yeah, because at this point, you're saying if I don't like what you're saying enough, then I can shoot you, and I'm justified in it. And one possible outcome I see coming from this is a whole bunch of people that don't vote Democrat, or even have a slightly off of mainstream Democrat opinion, will start purchasing and carrying weapons. And that could lead to a real problem with people that have no idea what they're doing or are afraid or nervous out in public with a freaking loaded gun.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you got 6 people with the guns drawn. Nobody knows where the bad guy is or what's happening. That's a good way for a lot of people to get shot too.
Yeah.
That last swig of that beer, it's not even the last one. It tasted nasty. Yeah, apparently the Secret Service is under a lot more pressure now because of this thing. It basically reminded
they were under pressure after there was 2 assassination attempts on Trump when he wasn't even president yet.
Exactly, that was what was brought up. It's like,
Trump
have you guys done anything yet?
He's not making it easy on him because they want to make all his meetings indoors where the screening can be tighter and stuff like that. And Trump was at a baseball game on 9/11.
Yeah.
He went to the Yankees game. So
yeah, and
Trump's not making it easy on Secret Service, that's for sure. Because he doesn't want to totally change the way he does things. Which is fine. He shouldn't have to.
Yeah. I mean, granted, at Yankee Stadium, you're probably pretty safe from getting shot.
Yeah. And Charlie Kirk was the same way, He's been warned about these death threats. He had his own private security, but nobody in their right mind thought that there was going to be a sniper involved in the process, apparently.
Well, see, that's something that gets me too. Because I saw a lot of people saying, like, fuck all that, this is a professional hit. No, it wasn't. It was like, what, 455 feet? That's like 150 yards-ish. Not even.
Mm-hmm.
You fired a gun before, right, Brian?
Oh, yeah. I was in the Navy.
Okay. 2 hours, I could sit you down and have you shooting accurately at that distance. No problem with the rifle. As long as you have understand the basics already.
Yeah, I've been hunting in Michigan when I was a kid. I was in the Navy. I carried an M16 in Bosnia. I carried a 9mm, They had to be qualified on all those guns.
Yeah, hunting, you were probably shooting at about 70 to 100 yards anyway if you were rifle hunting.
Yeah.
That's 100 yards is most of the way there already, you know? It's what this guy did, and he had tons of time. And I heard people talking about how, excuse me, he aimed for the head, but dropped. He didn't account for the drop. I was like, first of all, this guy's a professional killer. He would have already accounted for all that. And second, it wasn't, he had 30 on 6. That round was not below muzzle height or whatever, you know, the plane of the barrel by then. Because the bullet first goes up a little bit, then comes down. And 30 on 6 is a very powerful round. That sucker was probably right at muzzle height when it went through his when it actually hit him. Yeah, just wanted to point out some of the gun stuff that people were talking about that clearly didn't know enough about what happened or how real life stuff works. Lots of violence everywhere else in the world too, Brian.
Okay.
Where was this? Sonderberg, a Danish teenager. She was sexually assaulted when she was near a migrant center.
What kind of migrant center?
Illegal migrant detention center. And she took out some pepper spray and
oh yeah, this story
and stopped the guy. She has been arrested and is facing
because it's illegal to have pepper spray.
Yeah, to have that chemical weapon, which it's illegal in international warfare too. Actually, believe it or not, for the same reason, it's a chemical weapon.
But they let the quote unquote potential rapist go.
I'm not sure if it mentioned that or not, honestly. Jeez, where is it? Here we go. Danish girl, yeah. I'm not even sure if it goes into that. Pepper spray is illegal in Denmark. He was undressing her. She used her pepper spray. And she's facing a 50-pound or a 500 krone fine. It's illegal to possess and use pepper spray, so she will likely be charged for that. The man who attacked the girl fled from the scene and has not yet been charged. It's unclear if that man was the asylum seeker or refugee. So there you go. They didn't even arrest the other guy who was trying to rape her.
Right.
If that's the case, then don't
pepper spray is more important. That's the worst crime, pepper spray.
Yeah. This is the kind of shit we see going on around the world. Repeat offender.
G'day, lads. How are we?
We're hanging in there.
Pretty sad time for America right now, guys. We share our thoughts for 9/11 the other day for you guys and girls out there.
Yep.
We still remember for you here.
Yeah, we didn't even hear Brian's story of 9/11 today.
It may come.
And it's sad about Charlie Kirk too, guys.
Yep.
Sad day.
What's the reaction about it down there?
Oh, mate, complete caught between hate, disgust, dismay, and a lot of people are feeling it for you guys and girls, especially family right now.
So the same thing there is here. We were talking about some of the rhetoric people were saying that he was a Nazi, he deserved to die and all that, and we were trying to come up with a way that we need to tone down the rhetoric somehow, to make America better again.
I'm afraid it might be too late for that. I think that this might have been some kind of cataclysmic event.
They're not going to stop him. They don't realise they've made Charlie's legacy grow tenfold in 1 minute.
Maybe.
They made him a martyr?
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's a political assassination.
That's the thing, though, is they shot the guy. They've been telling me for decades now, we need to sit down and have a conversation. And then finally, this guy says, all right, not only will I have that conversation, but I'll bring the fucking table. I'll set it up and I'll pull the chair out for you. and then they go and kill the let's talk it out guy. I don't think there's much more talking it out to happen if they're
No.
just gonna kill that guy.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm afraid of. Either that or this left violence is just gonna take over to the point where you're afraid to leave your house if people know your political views like it's fucking 1984.
I've listened to a lot of bloody commentators and that now, and I think Matt Walsh summed it up really well. He said Charlie went there to talk in peace, and this is what they did to him.
Yeah.
The time for talking's finished.
Yeah. And it's funny is I haven't seen any cities on fire or any mass looting happening.
No, not like the Black Lives movement.
And see, when things like this happen, it points out where the violence is actually coming from.
Right.
But no one, you bring this shit up to somebody who's not at least paying partial attention. It's just gonna be like, no, you're crazy. The right wing's violent. And I'm like, I don't see a lot of violence coming from the right wing. And unfortunately, another possible outcome is that what just happened, brings back the freaking dangerous right wing of like the 1980s, fucking blowing up federal buildings. Or similar to the Democrat Party in the 70s when they were setting up bombs, 60s and 70s when they're setting up bombs everywhere.
Right. And it was interesting because I've been listening to the Joe Rogan show the last couple of days because Charlie Sheen was on there.
For more than one day?
Well, it's a 3-hour show.
Oh,
it takes me a little while to get through it, you know. This happened to be the day that Charlie Kirk was shot, and apparently,
yes, I saw that.
Apparently on the show at some point, I haven't got to it yet. Joe pretty much shuts down and is speechless. But what they've been focusing on so far in the show is conspiracy theories, because apparently Charlie's dad was all into the JFK shootings and stuff like that. And so he's been immersed in all these different theories all his life. And so it's been a fairly interesting show so far. He's been sober for 8 years now, too.
Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. And apparently he just did a documentary that came out somewhere. I haven't figured out where it's playing yet. And he wrote a book. So
last I saw from him, he was it
anger
what was
management.
when he's what?
Anger management.
Yeah. When he was a shrink out of his house.
Yeah.
So last time I remember seeing him. That was after his first freak out.
Yeah. That's when he got fired from 2.5 Men.
Yeah, that show disappeared.
I stopped watching it after Charlie was off of it. I couldn't.
They brought Ashton Kutcher. You're like, what is this?
Yeah, it wasn't the same. But you know, he's apologized and mended all the fences from all that time. You know, his kids are really happy with his current sobriety, and you know, his family's more intact, and sounds like he's doing really well right now. So for the most part, so.
All right. Check this out. I think it was Toronto police. Let's see here. Yeah, Toronto police officer said to hang your car.
Oh yes, I shared this one. No, did you share this or did I? I think
I maybe, I don't know. I shared a whole bunch of goofy shit like this when I see it.
I think I shared this one though.
Yeah. Leave your car keys right next to the front door so that when someone breaks into your house, they can just take your keys and leave. And it's like, what? What? Should I not lock my front door too? Like
maybe you should just leave your keys in your car with the door unlocked. Wouldn't that make it easier for them?
It's like, oh well, you're less likely to have a confrontation. It's like, I don't want you stealing my car. But that's actually what they're saying is let them just steal your car is better than getting into a fight. I'm like, you're crazy. Now you just told everyone to do this. The bad guys are like, hey man, most people are gonna keep the keys right next to their freaking front door. Let's just go steal their car. Oh my God.
You go to sleep butt naked with your ass in the air. In case someone walks past and wants to take advantage of you.
It just blows my mind that we have cops saying stuff like this.
It's the
Then
leftist ideology. It's the leftist ideology, mate.
just let them take what they want. Are you kidding me?
That's the left hard ideology these days.
But how many people genuinely believe this crap? Like, if I was going to break into one of these dudes' houses, are they going to try to stop me from taking their car keys? Or are they going to say, just take it and go?
Like, mate, do you guys understand what's happening in Australia right now?
No, we don't. Tell us.
We've got a prime minister here now who started like an inquiry going how to stop Islamophobia. Islamophobia is not a word. Now, in other words, that's basically going to take our freedom of right to speak up to say what we really feel and what we want.
Yeah.
So you're part of the UK, isn't that already
those
happening
UK
in Britain?
nations are good at that.
If we say anything against anyone from overseas countries now, it's going to come back onto us.
Well, what about that one guy that made a post while he was out of the country and was arrested when he went back to England?
Yeah, and he was a famous writer for a couple of famous bloody British comedies.
Yeah.
And he wasn't a freaking UK citizen.
Nah.
They don't care.
There's a big march that's happening tomorrow in England. Tommy Robinson, have you heard of Tommy?
Yeah, he's been arrested more times than I can count.
Well, he's got a massive march planning over 1 million people, apparently.
Has he been arrested more than the repeat offenders been in Facebook jail?
Not as many, but he's optimistic he'd try and catch up.
He keeps getting arrested as a reporter over there.
Yeah. Well, the last time he got arrested was because he put up a video. It was about the raping of England. And all he did was put facts up that was produced by the police.
Yes.
And the media. And he compiled it all together and he put it up and they put him in jail for it. And when they were about to take him out, because they were going to keep him in jail indefinitely, and they said to his lawyers and his solicitors, if he's got that up when he comes out, he'll be back in jail. So every time he comes out, and it's still up there in the Wi-Fi kingdom of the world, www, he'll be thrown into jail.
It's ridiculous. I think I'd go see Tommy Robinson if he came around, but nobody ever comes to where I live.
I wonder why.
Yeah,
check it out tomorrow, guys. Check it out tomorrow. See if you can find anything on him tomorrow on the march. They got it set up. It's a massive march plan.
I got quite a busy day tomorrow. I got to get up extra early to drive 2 hours to take a test to get my hunting license. And then after that, I have a gun show to attend where I'm going to buy a rifle for said hunting.
Yeah, I got to get up early too. I got to go to a meeting in Richmond for the day.
I've got to sleep in tomorrow, Bob. I've got to sleep in tomorrow.
Good for you.
Don't you have a football game to watch?
Yeah, it's our Super Bowl today. My team made the grand final. We call it grand final. You guys call it Super Bowl.
You took tomorrow off.
I've gone and got a medical certificate today. For 2 days. 2 days.
He's offered. He got a doctor's note for 2 days. It's going to take him 2 days to recover.
It's going to be a week to recover. What I'll do.
How many people in Australia do that?
Probably about 26.5 million of us. Foresight's a beautiful thing, lads.
Yeah. Hey, as long as it's your accrued time off that you're using, right?
Yep.
I got no problem with that.
Mate, I've worked hard for these sick days.
So did you see that Greta's boat was set ablaze?
Well, so they say, and then we got another report shortly afterwards that no, her boat was not set ablaze.
No. They're not saying that it didn't catch on fire. The Tunisian government said there was no drone in the air. We would have known.
Okay.
They said they were attacked by a drone.
So how they set their own boat on fire for publicity?
Well, the Tunisians think that someone tossed a cigarette in the life vests.
That's even funnier.
But one video I saw, it looks like someone fired a flare into the air, and it came back down and landed on the boat right next to it.
What? Flare? What must go up goes down.
And well, especially because like the video of the guy, like the one guy who was right next to him, and he goes fire, fire for like 30 seconds. He was like recording it with his freaking iPhone instead of like getting a fire extinguisher.
Uh-huh.
Like he knew that it was going to be safe here or something. This is the same video footage from the guy appears to have shot the flare. So I don't know if this is real or not. But more people are saying that this is not them being attacked because they said like Israel attacked us. Dude, you were 1,800 miles from Israel when this happened.
Right.
But now all of a sudden, somehow she's back in where is it? Some blood on their hands tour thing she's doing. Oh, in Norway. All of a sudden she's in Norway. How did she
I thought
get
she was
from
just in Gaza.
how did she get from Tunisia to Norway in
Because
a
she
couple
doesn't
days?
fly. She doesn't fly on commercial planes because it's bad for the environment, right?
If she did this on a sailboat, I want to see the wind schedule.
It's got
You'd
a
have to go
diesel motor,
around-
don't you worry.
Well, you'd have to go around freaking all of Europe to get to Norway.
I'm raising the bullshit flag.
Yep, I'm with you, Brian.
Yeah, like how did she
solid.
get all the way to? How did she get there? And it's funny because they're doing a blockade around some like oil site. And I was like, weren't you just saying how bad blockades are when Israel's doing them, and now you're blockading?
Blockades are good and bad.
Well, it's just she has no consistency to what she has to say. And I think it's because she has no idea what she's doing. She became famous because her parents put her on her boat and said, go.
I think she's being paid to do this shit.
Now she absolutely is. How else is she funding this? Do you understand the equipment she uses when she goes sailing? Yeah. First of all, it's a
People.
carbon fiber hull that she's using, and then she's not out there alone. There are friggin' motor, engined ships there with her in case anything goes wrong. That
More than likely, the sailboat has a motor built in.
It might have a trolling motor or something. Yeah.
No, it could have it inboard. If it's a big enough sailboat.
It probably does, just in case something goes wrong. Oh my god. Yeah, and as far as drones go, apparently Russia flew a bunch of drones into Poland. I guess they got shot down.
And didn't Poland enact Article 4 this week too?
Yeah, because of this. This is I don't know when the last time this was enacted.
They talked about it on the No Agenda show today. It's been enacted 8 times since NATO was instituted, and the last few times recently, it's been all about Ukraine and Russia.
Interesting. Obviously, right? I don't know enough about what happened here. These guys confirming it. Okay, I guess. What do we do? Because for all we know, this is Russia testing to see what the response will be.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing.
Flying military drones over another country's airspace is an act of war, isn't it?
I don't know.
We don't know if they were armed drones or not. That wasn't clarified because we may never know because they were shot out of the sky.
So
China had to pop up one of our warships this week too, and a Canadian warship as well.
Yeah.
South China Seas.
Yeah, over by Alaska or something. Check this out. Bolsonaro down there in Brazil. Supreme Court. I don't know how the Brazilian Supreme Court works, but apparently the Supreme Court had a decision, and he's been sentenced to 27 years in prison for the military coup to take over the government.
The acting president or the former president? Okay.
Former. He was the last guy.
And this is why in most third world countries, when you become the former president, you leave the country.
Yeah, because you go to prison.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Yeah, I mean, well, shoot, how long did Nelson Mandela sit in prison in South Africa?
27 years, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. And I don't know enough about Bolsonaro. I remember he was a bad guy, wasn't he?
Yep.
You guys hear about this freaking riot in Nepal?
Yeah.
I did on the No Agenda show.
Yeah, crazy shit. Apparently, it was over like a social media ban because they didn't want
Yeah,
information getting out to people.
yeah, they
And
banned social media, and I guarantee if something like that happened in the U.S., something similar would happen in the U.S.
probably 19 were killed. And this
People
was
are
as of
addicted to
days
social
ago.
media.
Yeah, this was as of days ago. 19 are dead. God knows how many now. The
Hell, the
prime,
prime minister quit.
not just that he quit. He quit after they burned down his like prime minister or whatever special home, his mansion or whatever, and
Uh-huh.
burned his wife alive.
I missed that part of
They
the.
burned her to death. Oh my God. This is all like Gen Z people flipping out, like you're not taking away information from us. I'm like, holy crap. You need your TikTok that bad? I'm not saying it's the wrong thing to do, but you think that older people who understand the importance of communications would be involved somehow too.
Well, I mean, a lot of the stuff you see on social media is not necessarily true. It's not necessarily factual anymore.
It
So,
never necessarily was.
exactly.
Yeah, but
And with the advent of AI, oh my word,
yeah, it is getting better and better every freaking day.
Yeah, right.
So apparently, Supreme Court's going to extradite hearing or whatever you call it on whether or not Trump can impose these tariffs.
You knew it was coming to this
Yeah,
because
but
the lower court said no. So,
even at top of the list, they might get to it by like Christmas time, which is fast for the Supreme Court.
yeah.
But by then, any authority Trump had to put in place would have expired anyway. So it seems like this is to see if he can
Well,
continue doing it.
they could put an injunction in place and keep what he's got in place until they rule on it.
Possibly. Saw somewhere that if these tariffs had to go back, we're talking about $1 trillion price tag.
Yeah, we got to return the money to the different countries.
I hope
What do you
I
think
hope
that'll
every
do to our economy?
well, that's what I want to say is like anyone who's saying, "Oh, we're not getting anything from these tariffs," well, $1 trillion is a lot of money.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's not much as the national debt, but it's a lot of money.
and this is only a couple months. Like this might actually solve some
And
of our
this
financial
show and
problems.
this shows you
That it's
how
working.
unfair trading has been in the United States by the world.
Yes.
That in 3 months, Trump's raised $1 trillion in tariffs.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, I think the average person arguing this doesn't think other nations do tariffs.
Oh, most nations do tariffs.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, we're just doing this because," like, no, we actually matched what they had in place for the most part.
And sometimes we didn't even match up all the way. Some countries have horrible tariffs against us.
The Canadians had like a 400 something percent or 460% tariff on dairy
Yep,
from the United
not
States.
anymore.
No, because they're like, oh, we need to do business. Sheesh. Yeah, and a judge somehow got involved with Trump removing the Fed governor, I guess is what they call him, or her, or whatever.
Temporarily, and it's a district court judge, I believe, that ruled. Yeah, U.S. District Court judge. Um,
That's a district court
Temporarily
judge.
removed her because they want to make sure, because the laws for stupid Federal Reserve are very oblique, very vague. They can be removed for cause, and the judge says, "Big surprise! It's the Washington D.C. District Court judge wants to make sure that mortgage fraud is a sufficient ground." They're saying that it may not be that mortgage fraud is enough to remove her from office. And Cook, of
Cheating,
course, is denying any wrongdoing.
cheating the system that you are helping maintain does sound like a conflict of interest to me. Like mortgage fraud is cheating the system of lending that this Federal Reserve is supposed to like run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like a good reason to fire her.
Yeah, one of the better reasons. And but apparently she's going to have to get convicted before she can be removed, it looks like. Or again, the Supreme Court will have to get involved. But Trump really can't keep relying on the Supreme Court to bail him out on everything. There's going to come a point where the Supreme Court rules against him, even though we have the majority right now, but still, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, the thing is, even when Trump gets a Supreme Court win, the lower court judges don't seem to care anyway.
Yeah.
Still kind of blown away how that's happening.
Yeah, it's crazy. You got a guy that's elected by the majority of the people, and yet you still got lower just trying to take over his position, trying to cut him down before he even gets going.
Oh, you should have been around for the first term. It was worse than the first term.
Oh, it would have been chaotic, mate.
I mean, I almost think it was, for Trump, it was almost better that he got defeated by Biden, because then he had 4 years of realizing some of the mistakes he made and how the system was totally against him the whole way to come
John
up
Bolton.
with systems and ideas and plans to circumvent all that crap the second term around.
Bill Barr. Yeah, the whole lot, mate. You're 100% right, Brian. I think
none of those rhinos are in the administration this time around.
100%. Look, I think you're right, mate. 4 good years of planning, I think, went into it this time round.
Mm-hmm. I almost think he was shocked that he won against Hillary, and he wasn't prepared to really step up to the plate then. And this time he is.
And I think a big guy who helped him with this, mate, was Charlie Kirk. What he did with the 18 to 29 year age.
Yeah, that was a huge amount. Now, the Republican Party's just got to figure out a way to keep him around after Trump's gone.
You got to start bringing JD Vance to the next one that they anoint to be the next leader.
Well, that's even JD Vance that came out and said, "I'm not just being handled the mantle. I've got to earn it." So,
100%. Well, you've got a lot of talent there in that Republican Party right now, or the MAGA Party, I should say.
Really?
You think?
I think there's a lot of talent there.
All right. I think Trump is the talent behind the whole group. Without him, none of this would be working. And I think in general, the Republican Party is in trouble if they're going to, unless they can, I don't know.
Are they in more trouble than the Democrat Party? Because they're going to run Gavin Newsom as president.
No, that's a mistake. But what else are they going to do? AOC?
Tim Walz? No.
Kamala Harris?
Yeah, good luck with that. That would be a huge mistake to run her again.
Pete Buttigieg, he won't even think about it.
No, he doesn't have a chance.
Pete Buttigieg will never get the nominee for one main reason.
He's gay?
Yes. The African American community, even the Democrat African American community, will not vote for a gay guy as president.
And they wiped out that Jewish guy, that Jewish governor, didn't they? They didn't pick him over Walz.
Shapiro.
He's got a better chance of having the nominee and winning than Pete Buttigieg.
But they won't put him up there, Shapiro, because what did they do to him that last election?
Well, especially now with all that's going on with Israel and Gaza, there's no way they're going to put a Jew up.
No way.
There's no way.
I'd bet my house on it. I bet my car. My last $10, they won't put him up.
Yeah, I think Newsom's their best bet. That's not going to do anything for him.
All I'm saying is I think the Republicans have a whole bigger field of potential candidates compared to the Democrats, who have been relying on their 80-year-olds and their 90-year-olds for the party for too long.
Yeah, I will say that the Republican Party does seem to be a lot younger. A lot younger. Like 30, 40 years younger. You got a couple of young folks there on the left, like AOC. But she's young in terms of like congressional seats. Young, she's not
And she's only been
25. You know.
in the House of Representatives. She's never run for Senate and won a Senate seat or anything like that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
And you
there's
never know.
435 members in the House of Representatives. You know.
Yeah, but what happens if the left tries to copy exactly what Trump did? Because you got Gavin Newsom already trying to copy him with his insults and his tweets or whatever. What happens if like Mark Ruffalo runs for president?
I don't know who that is.
He's the guy in the Marvel movies that played the Incredible Hulk.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He's a big hardcore lefty. What would happen if he ran? Do you think he would have a chance of winning?
Nah.
No.
Better than Kamala Harris.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. Is if they pulled a left wing switch, left field switch, like Trump did when he showed up and said, "Hey, I'm running for president." I think I could get enough people interested.
Yeah, nobody took him seriously in 2016. Not on the other side. And part of the reason why he got the nominee was there was 20 people running against him in the primaries.
Yeah, and votes went everywhere, and he just had the most ones. Yeah, done.
And that's kind of what people are saying about the New York City mayor race, you know, is like there's too many people running, and that's why Madani is going to end up with the mayor seat.
Well, that's how he got the nomination anyway. So many people running that the votes just got spilled out. All right, I have no idea who this. Oh, God.
Oh, sorry, I still don't reckon it's a clear-cut case yet, Madani. I don't think I reckon that Red Beret guy, I reckon he's got a good shot at winning this.
I don't know. Maybe. It's possible enough people saw what Mamdani actually wants to do and realize it's not feasible. And here's the thing is, even if he does get the position and fails miserably, no one's going to go, it wasn't true socialism. So, yeah, because there are federal laws you can't just violate. So you should have known this wasn't going to work. Dear God, if you want to go socialist, you better stop asking the federal government for money too.
Yeah, 100%.
You guys can fail on your own.
He's already cut the strings in certain parts in California and that too.
Yeah. Which I don't understand why we're getting all this federal funding. Like, the states should be allowed to keep a larger piece of the taxes that they pay into the federal government. And by that, I mean, like, my income tax should go more to my state than the federal government.
Yeah.
Massachusetts didn't. That was fascinating. I'm sorry, it did, because they taxed the crap out of you.
Yeah. That's why it's called Taxachusetts.
Yes. But let the states keep more of their own taxes. And instead of giving them that money back in the form of programs, let the states decide how they want to allocate the money instead. Like,
and that's kind of the philosophy behind the thinking of getting rid of the Department of Education.
Yeah, let the states do it. They're supposed to do it on their own. Federal government, and they're just taking money from you and me to pay off to someone else to do something that the federal government likes, and that's not the way it's supposed to work here.
Right.
Especially since the Department of Education came into existence in the United States. Was it 1980, I think?
It's very recent.
Every test score has gone down. Like, we're doing less well of a job educating kids now than we were before. No wonder why half of them can't speak English. You know what I mean? Listen to these kids speak. They speak like that's freaking
Ebonics?
Short, no, not even that. Shortcuts on your cell phone, like they actually say LOL instead of laughing. It's like, oh, okay. And they can't do basic math. Are you kidding me? It's insane watching some of these people take tests. It's insane seeing some of the stuff people put on social media. Like, but you can't come to the right answer. And you look at the equation, you're like, I don't know what's more upsetting: the fact that most people said 13, or the fact that the correct answer isn't even an option here. Because nobody remembers the order of operations.
And it's then they're not teaching cursive in school anymore either.
Dear God. Yeah, that's because nobody writes anything anymore.
No, you can type it up.
Yeah, type or swipe it. Which, I mean, I guess, but it's still good to know how to write.
Swipe right.
Swipe right. Okay. I have no idea who Senator Thune is. I guess she's some Republican.
He's in charge of the
He,
Senate now.
oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he's the majority leader, and they're following Harry Reid's example, and they're changing the Senate precedent without changing the rules, because the Democrats have been doing everything they can to logjam Trump's nominees. So this changes the filibuster rule for lower level nominees, not judges and not like cabinet level people.
Yeah. So
Basically, they're going to be allowed to push through 40 nominees at a time with a simple majority vote.
Okay. And this is something the Democrats did somewhat recently, right? I think they called
They've
it the
never done
nuclear
it.
option.
They've never. Well, it's all part of the nuclear option, but it's because of the nuclear option that the Republicans are going to make the nuclear option even bigger.
Ah. All right. So we're gonna hear a shitstorm coming from the left because of this.
Yeah,
All right. Even though, yeah, they basically invented this stuff.
yeah. They won't
And
remember that when it comes down to it.
well, just like the gerrymandering thing
Yeah,
that they're still causing a ruckus about.
and the term came from a Democrat.
What nuclear option?
No, gerrymandering.
Oh yeah. Anyway,
But
Brian, I
yeah,
think that's
basically, instead of like going through all these nominees one at a time, they're going to put them up as a group now.
all right. That sounds easy enough. All right, Brian, I think that's our show.
You don't want to talk about the National Guard going to Memphis?
Sure, go ahead. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. How it's different from Chicago or New
Well,
York.
I don't
Or
know that he went Chicago, and it's definitely different than DC because Trump doesn't have the same authority in Memphis as he does in DC.
you're right. He cannot force the police to work with the National Guard.
So
That's like the big difference, right?
yeah,
Yeah. The thing is, had that Ukrainian refugee had one National Guardsman on that train with her,
she
even
might be
unarmed, I bet
alive.
you she would be, yeah, that she would not have been killed. Just their presence.
What's up
That's
with beer robots?
uh
Don't
the
care.
catering team at Fenway Park up in Boston are on strike. They don't get paid enough or something. Which I thought was nuts because I know how expensive a beer is at a
Oh, it's
professional,
probably $20.
yeah, baseball, especially in Boston. But they're on strike over this, and they're especially upset about it's like a beer kiosk. You go over there, you scan your ID, and you can refill 2 cups with beer.
So it's like the beer machines in Japan.
Similar, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's it's taking jobs away from us. Yeah, but
No, it's
the line
not because
the
there's going to
lines
be
have been cut
some
in half.
lazy motherfuckers that don't want to get up from their seat watching the game. They go to the beer kiosk to get their beers. It's a convenience thing.
Well, even so, you're typically getting up and walking into the indoor part of the stadium to go get a beer anyway. You don't usually get someone walking by, which you
You,
can, but
you don't have a beer guy like the Tides have people walking around with beers on their, around
yeah,
their neck.
yeah, and like 300 people show up to a Tides game versus a full Fenway Park,
Okay.
No, they do have the guys walking around, but there's not always one near you. And you walk in to where the bathrooms are, all the food and everything. You see it every stadium, and you buy your beers and leave. But the thing is, these counters can only get through so many customers at a time. It's not like they're running out of customers because they're waiting in line at the beer robot.
Uh-huh.
So like you're still getting as many sales as you would, just now more people have spent more money.
Okay.
So I thought it was nuts that they're arguing about being replaced by machines.
It's AI.
Yeah, it's the person who fills your beer up that's complaining about it. But that's what we got. Sad week, unfortunate death.
Yeah.
Where do we
You
go
didn't
from
even let
here?
me tell my 9/11 story.
Oh Jesus, do you want to do that?
We don't have to.
All right, all right.